Yes, I'd like to address some issues concerning Mike Winger's video concerning divorce. I want to note two tactics that he did in Matthew 19. One, he kept pushing the idea that the whole issue was concerning the Hillel and Shimei debate concerning divorce. Now, mind you, when we read the apostles' teachings, every time there's an issue concerning Jewish customs or traditions, they always addressed it before the issue was presented. For example, the issues concerning washing of hands and cups, or the woman at the well. John stated that the Jews had no dealings with the Samaritans. So the apostles always clarified any issue that was going on before they went on with their teaching. So this premise that he has, that this issue was concerning those two schools, he's reading into the text. And he even acknowledges that the early church fathers didn't address those issues because the text didn't address it. And this is what he does. This is the second thing he does. He tries to present the school of Hillel, which is true, as a very liberal school. But what he does, he presents the school of Shimei, which traditionally by scholars has been known to be a very conservative school, only allowing for adultery. He said that they only allowed what he called being unchaste, which could mean anything. Like, for example, he stated a woman showing her arms. So basically, these two schools, according to his teaching, was one that was liberal and the other one that was super liberal. And then Jesus come with a moderate version. But the thing is, this is what destroys his doctrine. One, the apostles, the disciples' reaction to his teachings. They said, if this be the case, it's better not to marry. I mean, when I think of the 21st century, if I told somebody, look, if you marry and you divorce, you got to give 95% of your income and future earnings to your former wife, that they will probably say the same thing. It's better not to marry. So this reaction is a very strong reaction to what Jesus said. Now, Mike Winger, what he's trying to push is the Jews were so corrupted by these teachings that Jesus' modified teaching was so repugnant to them. But the killer verse was verse 11 when Jesus said this, not everyone can accept this saying. So he said not everyone. That means those Jews and everybody else throughout the world. That's what everyone means. He didn't say, you guys, you in the first century Jews cannot accept this teaching. He's talking to, from this point on, not everyone can accept this teaching. But let me ask Mr. Winger this. If he presented, I call it the clipboard test. If he had a clipboard and he went around asking people, taking a survey, and he pushed that teaching on them, that you could divorce for abandonment, abuse, and sexual immorality, do you honestly think that the majority would say that I cannot accept this? No. I think the majority of reasonable people think, yeah, that's acceptable. But here Jesus set a criteria, a standard that the majority, not many, will accept it. They'll be like, whoa, he's agreeing with the disciples. Now, another issue I have is his doctrine concerning 1 Corinthians 7, verse 15. He pushed that, explained it about, being set free and everything, but he never went to the next verse. He kept reading the rest of Corinthians, first chapter 7, but he never addressed the next verse, which does damage to all he said for an hour. It says this. Let me read verse 15. But if the unbeliever leaves, let him leave. A brother or sister is not bound in such cases. God has called you to live in peace. And that's the verse he kept pounding, but he never went on to the next verse. It says this, but for you, wife, how do you know whether you will save your husband? Or you, husband, how do you know you will save your wife? Here, Paul is telling those people that are free, how do you know if you're going to save your husband? He's still addressing the people that they're set free from as husband and wife. Now I heard some teachers say, "Oh, free. How do you know they might not be saved, like salvation?" Well, when we read the rest of the Bible, you cannot save anyone. It's God who does the saving. This saving has to do with the marriage. If you let them go, you don't know. They might leave and then realize, wait, I had it good back there. Maybe I should reconsider. That's what he's talking about, not salvation, because that's how these false teachers do. They try to change that word. But my issue is, Paul still referenced the people that they're set free from as still their husband, as still their wife. And also introducing the possibility of them that they might be saved. So, you got to address that verse. I heard your 3 hour plus video and you didn't address that verse. I'm not going to imply anything of your character, but I'm just saying that verse was not addressed. And with that, thank you.